So they just asked me for directions, right? So I just want to take a picture because I think that they are gang stalkers really following us. All right, so my daughter and I, we went to get dinner from a ministry that serves on K Street off of Nebraska, Thorn Ministries, and we want to say thank you to them. And so here in my suitcase, we've got food for tonight. Okay, so we've got cookies, we've got water, we've got soda, we've got peanut butter and jelly. So thank you. All right, so I can only be 2 minutes on this video, I promise. So I'm giving myself the Bad Mommy Award, and I'm doing this because my brother is prowling around in the neighborhood trying to get people to say negative things about me, taking pictures of me, taking pictures of my children, and I believe he's a part of a human trafficking ring, whether that be for organs, in his case organs because he needs a heart and a liver. He's an alcoholic, and I'm pretty sure he uses drugs, even though he won't admit to that. But we don't have any organs to give you, so stand down, okay? I tried to be roommate to you at 6010 North 32nd Street and help you recover and show you how to revitalize your liver, but you didn't want that. You wanted the house. Now you done stole the house and you still not happy. You still around me. You claimed I'm the problem, but you still coming to where I am. So let's look at that. I know the real truth is you want my money and you want my children so that you can get money. You don't care about them. Just like you didn't care about the first two. That's why you told Moon to drop out of school. That's why you slammed him on the ground and put your knee in his neck at 6010 North 32nd Street. And you encouraged him to drop out of school. That's really wrong. I don't know what's going on right here. This lady or this man, I don't know what it is, but you don't know if that's a lady or a man. You can't hardly tell these days, but I haven't done anything to him or her. So it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Let me hold the scissors. Okay, I don't want to have to hurt somebody. Maybe we should just move. Maybe this is her bench and she's mad about that. Let me finish this video. So I'm giving myself the Bad Mom Award because I told Angola to shut the fuck up. And I apologize to you, Angola.
Yeah.
Do you accept my apology?
Yeah.
So we've been under a lot of stress lately in the building that we're living in. My brother has been working really hard to try to get us out. I'm sure Donnie is helping him. They're the one that stole the most money. Ava too. I'm going to get to the women. I hold the men most accountable. I don't know why that is. I guess because society tries to make men be over women. So I hold them in higher accountability than the women who have supported them in the foolery. So I told her to shut the fuck up because of two things. One, after I only made it for 12 days down there at Eddie's dry cleaning, and I really liked it there, but they seem not to like me. So, and I don't mean the management, I mean the people that I have to work with every day. Anna was always fussing and complaining and trying to make it seem like I was not doing a competent job. I figured they had come to pay her off to say, you know, say she crazy, say she don't do good work, la 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 la. I typed up a couple of cheat sheets for people coming into that industry brand new so that they would have a guideline. It helps if you know what you're doing before you do it. So I left there on Monday. So I said, I'm going to stay up all night long and I am going to watch tarot. I want you to know early Tuesday morning, somebody was feeding carbon monoxide, like car fume exhaust, up into the building. And I'm like, well, where is that coming from? If I would have still been on that job, I would have been asleep trying to get ready for work. And I might not have even waken up. Me and my 2 children and the 3 dogs might have been dead. So somebody was willing to murder us. And I want to get some footage from the people in the area to find out who was standing on the side of the house feeding carbon monoxide up into the roof part of the building. That's called the attic, right? And I told Angola that. I said, go outside and walk around and look. Well, she went outside to look around for cars because it smelled like car exhaust fume, right? She didn't see anybody. So they were on the side of the house where that big bush is. So nobody's going to walk up in the bushes like that. I wouldn't send her up in the bushes. So the other thing that happened after, we didn't end up dead and we're still there, this building was used for people to go in and out of and smoke crack. When we got there, the door was wide open. I didn't have to turn a knob. I didn't have to push a door. It was already open because the crackheads were going in and out of it. So the crackheads are pretty upset that we're in the building. So let me stay focused, please, Lord. Let me stay focused. Okay, so the second event that happened, somebody ran up on the porch. So this is the porch right here. And this is the dog cage. Jumped over the dog cage, and this is the gate, the ledge. Jumped over the ledge and ran over to the store next door. So I ran and took his picture, me and Angola, but we still didn't leave. I started talking to them about having to kill somebody, and I put together some things. I put shit in a couple of cups, and I said, we're going to have to hit them with this shit. That should shock them, and then you bludgeon them to death, stab them to death, do whatever. But don't stop bludgeoning, stabbing, beating, whatever you got going on. Don't stop until the police come, because these are men. They're stronger than us. If we give them a little opening, they're going to kill us, and we're not going to die for these men who want to be committed to smoking meth, crack, and drinking alcohol, and being people that traffic people for money, use their ID, sell people's IDs, sell their twig badges so, criminals can work as them. We're not moving over for you, okay? So, Anthony, if you're in on that, I cast judgment on you, big brother. And I'm praying that the Creator comes and takes you down and all of the other ones that act like you. The other thing I want to apologize to Angola for is I allowed her to go to one of the local restaurants in the area and ask for food at 3:07 or 3:04 in the morning. I fell asleep. The plates that I brought from the church on Wednesday night, the dogs ate the plate. They ate her plate. And she said, Mom, I'm hungry. Can I go ask? And I said, yes. I apologize, Angola. I knew it wasn't right for her to go out at 3:07, but I let her do it. And we needed to wash clothes. I let them go to the laundromat at 10 o'clock. They were there until about 11:40 washing a load of white clothes because we needed clean sheets for the bed. And I needed my little comforter clean so that I could lay it over my recliner. I sleep in a recliner. Very comfortable. And I just couldn't take it anymore. It needed to be clean, so she and Abby went together. Now, my brother, the next night they went back to wash clothes again, and he was in the laundromat, and he was taking pictures of them. I think my brother is a part of a trafficking ring, so I don't want him taking pictures of my children. He used to tease them and say, I'm going to have somebody, kidnap you and you can see what it feels like. So who teases like that? So I apologize, Angola. The other thing I want to apologize for is I have borrowed $200 from her iPad fund. She's been raising money to get an iPad, and I borrowed about $200. We spent it on food. I bought 2 lamps. The lamps were $5. I bought 5 chairs. The chairs were $1 each. And I want to apologize. Do you accept my apology, Angola?
Yes, Mama.
Okay. So now, none of this would have happened if I would have my money. And Anthony Atkins, my brother, and the will executor of my mom's estate, Dorothy J. Atkins, he's stolen pretty much everything from me, and according to the tarot readings, he plans to take everything and take my whole estate, and he has a whole bunch of people helping him. I am alleging that, what's that guy's name? Donnie Dwayne Flowers, my fake friend of almost 5 years, is helping. Okay, somebody's leaving. I don't know who that is, but I'm going to come over here and show you how we get down justice-wise in Hillsborough County at the 13th Judicial Circuit Court. Shit ain't fair around here. George Edgecombe. So the spirit of George Edgecombe, I need your help. They've allowed doppelgangers to take over my estate, to come here and impersonate me and do legal business. Now these people know me. I got a raggedy head just like my daughter, and I only have one tooth at the top of my mouth. You see her? Her hands are supposed to be at equal level. I wouldn't even be shocked if she has an eye showing through this blindfold right here. Well, maybe the blindfold works, but you see her hands? She's like some of y'all down here, and some of us is up here. So there is no justice here. I have come to talk to my chief judge, and his assistant tried to get me to understand that he can't do anything about how the judges rule. If you have a judge that's corrupt and has taken a bribe, you're not going to tell me that the chief judge can't do something about that. Why else would he be called the chief? The chief is over everybody. So Ronald Ficcarrotta, maybe they weren't giving you my pleadings, my letters, my requests for help, my requests for an investigation, but I physically handed them to Thomas O. Manzi, the bailiff right outside of your office. Now, he said he was giving it to your judicial assistant, and if I remember correctly, her name is Kim. So I need some help, and there is Archangel Michael to the rescue. Yes, thank you. See Archangel Michael? Woo! Is here to the rescue. All right, so I wanted to let you know I'm under a lot of pressure, and I'm trying to keep my cool, and I'm trying to stay on board. And Angola, are you still a virgin?
Yep.
Okay. Do you kiss and pet on boys?
No.
When you go out to the store, are you stopping? Have you done any drugs? You drink any alcoholic beverages?
Nope.
Okay. So I wanted to ask her on the fly those things, because I want to let you know that we are not those kind of people. We don't hang out. We're not into the drug scene. I've never tried any drugs. I don't drink any alcoholic beverages. If I have a toothache or a gumball, which means an abscess at the top of my mouth, I will go buy a miniature. My mom used to make homemade cough syrup. She would get Seagram's gin. Now, my people, they had pints and, fits and stuff, so they had alcohol. But I will go and buy a miniature and pour a little bit into a container, put some kind of citrus juice, whether that's orange juice, grape juice, or lemon or lime, squeeze that in there, mix it with some honey, and then you take 2 heaping teaspoons, and you don't have a cold anymore. But let me tell you what I learned as a byproduct. If you get 99 proof alcohol and you gargle with it, it will burst the abscess. Now, it's going to burn, but if you go get one of the little $1.99 proof things and put it in your mouth and just swish it around, that's going to kill all the bacteria. And if you keep rubbing that abscess with your tongue, it will pop it right there in your mouth. I'm telling you what I know, not what somebody told me. Now, I have very, very poor dental practices. I used to brush my teeth all the time, and then I started being against fluoride, so I had to find my baking soda, or I had to find my charcoal, and it took a long time. My sensei turned me on to some kind of Indian mixture. It has ground cloves, cinnamon, and some other stuff in it. I've never been able to find it since I was visiting over there in Lakeland with them. So my dental condition is not just due to dentistry. It's poor dental hygiene mixed with being poor, mixed with being under heavy witchcraft. They have been doing witchcraft on me for decades, and I'm just learning about this to be able to say, oh, well, that's been happening to me for years. So they've been doing this to me for years, and I do want to compliment you, witches, and tell you, you were doing a really good job. But now that I know, you're in trouble. Because me, my angels, the creator, we on that ass. So return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return. You see this? I can lift my knees. I think they went in my knees while I was sleeping on the couch there at Donnie's house. I'm wondering if they went and did something to my right ovary. So I'm going to have those things checked out. Every time I do this kind of video, something happens devastating. So if after you see this video, you don't get any more videos from me, that means they were able to successfully kick me out or try to trump up some charges to get me arrested. So you come and see about me. Alened Dorothea Atkins. I've been an activist for years, and I don't let go pretty much until I get things done. This is in Tampa, Florida, 800 East Twigs. So you come and check on me, and don't let them tell you that they don't know where I am and they don't know what's going on. My children are Angola. This is Angola. She's 16 years old. Abby's the youngest. She's 12. The twins are 18. They'll be 19 May 26, 2023. So that's this year in May. They'll be 19. So they'll be able to give you some kind of assistance. And my oldest child is in the 30s. So thank you and pray for me. I want my brother to give me what he's stolen from me. Get those people out of my house. I don't care that you're renting it to them. You don't have the right to rent that house out. And me and my children are living in a building with no electricity, no running water. And then you sent Dr. Twigs over there to try to put me out so that we could be devastatingly homeless, so you could get the children, so you can get what, $3,000 for these two, and then try to put me on child support, even though you are using my money to pay your little car note and drive around in your little cute Mercedes, and you can eat where you want to eat and buy you some alcohol when you want to buy it. You can buy big bottles and floss. You can go get you some meth. You can go get you some crack, and it's all on Alened. And then tell people that she's the crackhead. And I ain't never tried no drugs. I ain't never tried no alcohol. So I'm going to do something that I said I wouldn't do. My brother has been accused of molesting a child under the age of 7. My brother is a habitual with the driver's license, the DUIs, unless he's paid off some judge to remove those things. And he's allegedly a 60-second wrap down. Yes, he's allegedly a deacon in somebody's church. I need you all to get this man to self-correct and to give me my stuff back. He is a member of the Omega Sci-Fi from FAMU. I've already sent Steve Harvey something asking for his help. I tried so many ways to get help before just putting this on blast on YouTube. But he sent Dr. Twigs over to the building on Friday to put me out. And I really believe that Les Brown sent him $3,000 at least for me being in the building. I figure like $200, $250 a month, since it doesn't have water. The place needs to be rewired. It doesn't have electricity. And we can deal with it. It's temporary until we get back home. And we thought that would be done happen by now. 6010 North 32nd Street, A+Properties, corrupt LLC that was allowed to exist because they paid people off with my portion of the money. I haven't received anything. And I need help. Dorothy Jean Atkins, my mother, left 6 pieces of property, her and my dad, Arthur Atkins. My dad left me a policy, and my sister went to Tallahassee, pretended to be me or pretended that I was dead, and she took that money. Alva Atkins and Ava Atkins, they know about it. Cousin Toy Smith knows too. And they know they're wrong. And I truly believe they've been paying people, witches, to try to kill me with spellwork so that they don't have to pay it back. So I have already done a video will that says you will pay back everything, whether I'm here or not. This child right here needs. She will not walk the streets. She will not have to go and get food from the food bank and go sit up there. I'm here. I'm going to get my money back so that my children don't have to put up with this. So I need your prayers. I'm begging for 1 billion prayers, and I need somebody to buy my daughter an iPad. She wants the one with the 2 terabytes so that when she's drawing, she can save all her drawings and we don't have to worry about being out of storage. The last time I took a picture of an argument I was having with Linda Canty, our next door neighbor who also uses crack with my brother, and she supports him, even lies for him. She called the police on me for moving a pillow from in front of our house to over in the field. When I was recording the video, the police officer was, oh, that's nice. The police officer was running back to his car. And that was before they started talking about, when I say they, the tarot community started talking about the fake police officers and the police officers on the take that are getting paid under the table to come and file fake reports and case people up. So Marcus Leggett was a part of many Tampa police officers that came and evicted us on June 2nd, 2022 from 6010 North 32nd Street. There was 4 Tampa police officers and about 4 Hillsborough County sheriffs. Hillsborough County officers say, SAEY. It was on the internet. It had about 40,000 views, and they have paid people to hack into my phone and to clone my phone and to use phone jammers. 22.
Do 22
I don't know. I'm trying to stop. Let me say this and then I'm going to get off. I need a phone so that I don't fill my daughter's phone up with my videos and then she can't do anything because there is no space. Officer SAEY of the Hillsborough County Sheriff Department, he spearheaded it. He told me he called his supervisor, and the supervisor told him that the judge denied my motion to be given more time to stay in the house to get things worked out, because I had already showed them that Evelyn Rosardo was not a real notary public, and she notarized the forms. So these forms don't even count. They're corrupt. And Eric Allen did not even have a active business license. This was an organization that had just started on the 1st of, let me see, I can't remember, but I have it in my records. They had just created this organization with Terry Lewis up the street from me, across from the park. Terry Lewis, Andre Lewis, Veronica Lewis, we grew up with them. They live right across from, it's now called Gwendolyn Miller Park. I think they live on Chatelawn. So he's heavily into that, finding properties and then getting paid after the closing. You get $1,000. I don't want to do that because I want our community to stay primarily a black community. Now, a lot of you all think that that's racist, but for black people who have been put down and who are minorities, it helps to be around your own people. It helps to continue to have a consistent way of living, and I don't know how to explain that really. So I prefer to start an organization that says, if it was a black person living here, let's try to keep this, black people there, because there are no more primary black neighborhoods. And maybe that's because God is transcending us to raise our vibrations so that you will look at the person's spirit and not look at their color, and people will group together by high vibration and low vibration. So I am closing this out, and I'm just saying, pray for us. I'm begging for 1 billion prayers, and write down your Cash App so that they can send you money so you can get this iPad. She's been taking her sign out onto the street corner and raising money for her iPad. And I know it's still income tax time, so I'm gonna just put party for Angola. And her birthday was February 25th, 2023. She's now 16 years old. And no, I don't get child support. And no, I don't get food stamps. And no, I'm not on Medicaid. I'm a naturopath. You got your Cash App?
Oh, yeah, it's D.
And it's basically, if you don't work, you don't eat. Now, if there is some of those things in my name, it's fraud. I didn't do it. Yes. So I'm going to give you her Cash App, and then you all help me replace these $200 that I borrowed from her over a 2-week period just to feed us. You know, it's a lot of energy and work to go to pantries. It takes about 4 or 5 hours out of my day getting on the bus. Then you got to go over there. If you want to be in line where you can get something decent, you got to be there early. And then getting it, after I get it, I take some over to my oldest daughter, Aset, who I am paying $475 if I can pay it by the month. And I just paid it by the month. If I don't pay it by the month, then we have to pay $20 a day. So we've been paying $600 a month for her to be there. But the 12 days that I worked over at the dry cleaner, my 2 checks I combined and I just signed them over to the Good Samaritan. And she's paid up until May 11th, but I still owe $248, I think, 48 or 46. So help us with that. This is her Cash App. And she has a GoFundMe too.